Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of how universities and companies can come together to create innovative infrastructures and also to build up a collaboration that they can take into the future. So if you're a Scottish SME, then there's a great opportunity in bidding for innovation vouchers through Interface. These are £5,000 funded projects, and where the funding initially goes to the university to allow the partnership to be developed. So I'll show you an example of one of the partnerships that we've been involved with, and really the scope and the impact. And we still work with this company to this day, and we've learned a lot and they've learned a lot, and we've managed to produce something that has great impact within our society. So the collaboration I'm going to outline is a Bright Red Publishing collaboration that we had. A great Edinburgh-based company who produce books, fantastic books for the N5 higher and advanced higher syllabus, also N4 syllabus inside Scotland. So this is the environment that we helped to build, and we were not constrained with any previous history of any infrastructure. We took everything from the ground up, and we built an infrastructure that's proven to be scalable and is used on a daily basis by the company, and also hundreds of thousands of users. So the infrastructure we created, or helped create, is the digital zone. With this we have the N5 syllabus and also the higher syllabus inside Scotland. So at the current time there's 20 subjects at N5, from accounting to woodwork, and we've tried to make sure that we integrate directly in with the books, so that pupils and teachers should be able to follow the books, and the content online should reflect almost exactly what's in the books. Within hires, we currently have 18 higher subjects, from accounting to Spanish, and then we have advanced hires in there. So this has allowed us to look at new software development methods such as MVC, Model, View and Controller. So you'll find that we've skinned the user interface here for our view, and where we can bring in different style sheets. So this is most prevalent when we look at each of the different subjects. You'll find that the colours actually used will change with the subject that we're actually looking at. So in this way we could divorce the user interface from the middleware. Again, we have a strong middleware in between, which is really linking the subjects together, and then we have a data infrastructure underneath, and where we can set up tests and for the registration and so on. But all along we looked to make sure that we were innovating and supporting learning, and especially independent learning. So the core of the site at the present time is free to use, which means that every pupil in Scotland can actually use it as part of their learning. And it's difficult to learn online, and we just didn't want to take the book and then port it into an online environment. So we made sure there was lots of supportive material, so that when the teacher wasn't around to help, then the online environment would be there to support this independent learning, especially around the times of exams and so on. So all along we looked at each of the areas that might challenge pupils, and then gave them reinforced online learning methods. to make sure that that they could check answers and so on. So this is an example here. So let's try 227. And if a pupil wanted to check the answer, here is the working out they would do. These examples also fit in with what's in the book, and then it should be possible to put in their own answer and actually get the right result. Then there is tests, as many tests as we could find to be able to continually generate questions for pupils so that they can continually test out their knowledge and identify any gaps. So I should have a 1 in 5 chance for getting this right, but let's try it. Probably could I get this one right? No, we'll take a guess. Okay, so I got a 1 in 5 chance of getting that right. In many examples, we have feedback for the reason why an answer isn't actually correct. In this case, it's the maths one, so it's quite difficult to give direct feedback because we're generating each example on spec. And then in areas such as languages, we've made sure that we are supporting learning by having text-to-speech conversions where we're using the cloud to be able to enable the text to be converted into a different language and then played back. So if we look at an example such as French.
Les rapports positifs. Mes parents me laissent sortir avec mes amis tous les week-ends. Mes parents me laissent assez de liberté. Mes parents me donnent beaucoup d'argent de poche.
Okay, so in this case we're using a cognitive engine to be able to generate this speech. Okay, so there's lots of other things that we have in here. Our main focus was really to make sure that we could actually port books to an online environment and then not just replicate what we saw within the online environment, but to reinforce whenever possible. It's a good method for kids to be able to be reading books and following exercises and so on, and then using the web to reinforce that learning. Okay, so I highly advise bidding for these innovation vouchers and for great Scottish SMEs to be working directly with universities on their innovation.